Dear friends and astrology lovers, this is a general overview of the transit of the planet Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius. The transit will last from the 9th of November 2018 until the 3rd of December 2019. Jupiter will bring, as always, new opportunities to Sagittarius people and to all of those who have planets in Sagittarius, but also to all of us in one area of life where we have Sagittarius in our horoscope. So if you have Sagittarius in the third house, this transit will change the matters of the third house, which is communication, relationship with siblings, the way how you think, and so on. And also I would like to say immediately, if you wish to order personal consultations about this transit to see which nice things Jupiter will bring to you, please feel free to contact me. All contacts are under this video on the YouTube. So people with the planets in Sagittarius will experience the end of one 12-year cycle and will start a new one. If you have Sun, Moon, Ascendant in the Sagittarius sign, this is going to be very important transit for you. But anyway, it is important for everyone who has any planet in Sagittarius sign, including South and North Node. Try to remember what new started in your life in the years 2006 or 2007. You have completed this cycle, and now it is the time for you to create new aims and new visions in at least one sphere of your life. Sagittarius people will especially be happy to see that the Jupiter is coming into their sign, because in the previous years Saturn was in the Sagittarius sign, and this was very hard. In many ways, this was very hard transit. As Saturn wanted from Sagittarius people to be serious, to work hard, and to leave their optimism on the side, And Sagittarius do not like that really. But now Jupiter will change the situation completely. I only have to say that at the beginning of its transit, Jupiter also always enlarges the problem. So if you still have unsolved problems, most probably, first of all, they will be extremely visible. I mean, not first of all, but at the beginning, they will be very visible. And later on, you will, when you solve them, you will benefit from the transit of Jupiter. Later on means from the August 2019 and later on. I'm recording this video in Belgrade. As you see, most probably here behind me, it is the biggest Orthodox temple in Balkans. So this huge temple is devoted to Saint Sava, which is the most important national saint of Serbs. And I'm here to record this video about Jupiter in Sagittarius in front of such a big temple. And I believe it's not it is not it doesn't happen without reason. So in this video I would like to mention the transit of Jupiter in the context of other transits also, and I will say a few words about that, which general impact will have on us. I don't want to make this video too long, so that's why I'm not going to talk much about that, how this transit will influence each zodiac sign, but I will record a separate video about that. So, while Jupiter stays in Sagittarius, Neptune will be, or it is already in Pisces, and Saturn will be, it is already in Capricorn. So we are going to have 3 planets in their ruling signs. And all of those planets can give maximum of their benefits. And this makes the end of the year 2018 and the beginning of the year 2019 very special. It is a really very special time that we are going to experience now, with a lot of powerful energies, and it's only up to us to use them wisely. Of course, it's not always easy to use them wisely because sometimes there are concrete things that stop us, and I will mention some problems here. But anyway, it is a fantastic time. If I would see those three constellations now mentioned in the native horoscope, I would say that the native will achieve a great success. I mean, in natal horoscope. I would say that the native will achieve great success in the later phase of life and that he or she has visions and strong believing system. Also, at the same time, has stamina and is enough realistic to achieve what he or she wants. Of course, I would mention that this person has really good luck. So, everything what you know about Jupiter, it applies now for Jupiter in Sagittarius. But all his qualities are highlighted here. So here he flies the highest while he's in Sagittarius. So who will wish to fly the highest to the highest places with this Jupiter? Those will be people who have planets, of course, in Sagittarius sign, then in Leo and Aries sign. So this transit is excellent for fire people. And luck will also meet Aries signs that are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, or people who have planets in those signs. Does not necessarily have to be the sun there. Any planet there will be blessed. With this transit, people will desperately wish to be happy people. Yeah, be careful about this. They will wish to be successful. They would like to be content in their lives. Like many will say, I'm tired of this state where I feel unhappy and unsatisfied. So that's why many will start believing in that everything is possible and that their wishes and dreams will fulfill no matter how the real situation looks like. So this transit, is in a way expectation of miracles, which is good and also can be tricky sometimes. Jupiter in Sagittarius follows his beliefs, whatever they are. He can believe in religion or in science or in universal laws, or he can believe in his aims and visions, or he can simply believe in his optimistic view on life. One can find people with Jupiter in Sagittarius as priests, scientists, judges, sportsmen, or just celebrities. So, what do they have in common? They believe that they are the elite, and often they really are. They often work as advisors and work for government and for different high institutions. And they judge. They usually judge others. This is one quality that they have in common, like commenting on others, which that are not so high as they are. Of course, this is not the best side of this sign, but it is evident. About what is happening in our time. In our time, as you most probably know, people are saying that we are living the age of Aquarius. And if this is really true, that we are more and more integrating the archetype of Aquarius, then the question is how will Sagittarius and Jupiter combine with this Aquarian energy because they're quite different. So most probably in our time, if Aquarius is dominant, Jupiterian and Sagittarian institutions will slowly but surely lose their power, and many people will be, or they already are, confused with this fact. So what this means? Well, it seems that we do not need institutions anymore since we have internet. If we choose to speak about our time as about the age of Aquarius, then we unavoidably have to speak about the fact that we are going to the state of consciousness, where we are all equal and we do not need anybody to judge us, and we do not even need official universities to teach us, as everything should be free on the internet and easily accessible to everyone. We also do need churches and official religious institutions if they are separated from the people or from those who belong to this institution. On the collective level, the transit of Jupiter will show to us where uh, or better to say, whether or not we are ready to deal with this new situation as a collective. And during the year 2019, well, when the square between Jupiter and Neptune appears, we will see where the problem is. It will become clear to majority of people. So the question is, are those institutions that we have, such as government or courts of justice, churches, universities, etc., are they ready to be reorganized, and are they ready to adopt to that what people need, or they're simply going to fall in the years to come? But in this video, I'm not going to speak that much about the influence of this transit on the collective. So let's speak more about how this transit will affect individuals. While being in Sagittarius, Jupiter will make important aspects to some other planets, and these aspects and of course other planets will modify his influence. There are many strong influences in this time. But if we speak only about the most important facts, we will have the certain picture. I will even speak more about this, about all this and other planets in the videos for the year 2019, general videos or videos for the all zodiac signs. I usually record those videos in Czech and Serbian, but perhaps this year I will have maybe even in English videos for each zodiac sign for the year 2019. I'll see. Definitely I will make a general overview for each sign. So while being in Sagittarius, Jupiter will help us to discover some universal truths, as always. We will experience some big discoverings in one, at least one, or even more areas of our life, depend on that where Sagittarius is situated in our natal horoscope. In Sagittarius, Jupiter increases our intelligence. That's possible. It's not the truth that our intelligence we have by birth. It will also widen our mind. The place where you have Sagittarius in your horoscope will be the area of life and personality, of course, where two scenarios are possible. One is you will change your beliefs and possibly become more adventurous. Or the second scenario, contrary to that, you will hold on our believing system and establish, let's say, a certain dogma that you will most probably later on even force to others. The place of Sagittarius in your horoscope will be the area of life and personality where you will try to be more positive, you will even be richer in material or spiritual sense, you will have more courage, you will find there new opportunities, and definitely you will grow there and most probably attract luck, especially at the end of 2018 and later on from the August of 2019 on. Jupiter in Sagittarius will bring to many of us possibilities to travel, to meet with foreign people, or to go to pilgrimages. Maybe even to meet new teachers, especially religious or scientifically or philosophically oriented teachers. Let me only mention that they can be even people that you just meet anywhere in the park or anywhere where you go. Those people that we meet in life, they don't have here written, I'm your teacher, but they can also give us important messages and knowledge that we need. So the questions for you are, if you want to investigate the how you are, how do you feel and what is happening with you while Jupiter stays in Sagittarius? Try to answer those questions in the year 2019. So the first one, what do you believe in? Because your believing system will be tested. The second question, what gives the meaning to your life? And remember, each of us has different meaning. The third question, are you a moral person and who creates your moral values? The fourth question, do you listen to and follow your intuition? And the fifth question, are you a positive person or not? I'm not going to comment this. This is for you to think of it. So every human being naturally needs to know that his or her life has a meaning. Modern psychology knows that many people in today's time suffer from depression and take pills as they cannot find the meaning of their lives. Those people are often separated from the religion and believing system, and what is perhaps even more important, they are separated from nature. This actually means that they are not able to perceive spiritual and natural laws, and they exist. So people in today's time rely too much on a human law, the laws that people established, but there are higher laws. I offer a special consultancy and audio recording on this subject. You will find it on my web pages, symbolicthinking.net. The name of this consultancy and audio recording is Discover the Purpose and the Meaning of Your Existence. You can order this reading with me if you wish to learn more about the purpose of your existence. Jupiter is important for us as it says a lot about the meaning of our life. It symbolizes Dharma in Jyotish. So, Dharma in Jyotish philosophy, it is the gift that one gets when he or she follows universal laws. So, Jupiter in some way is similar to Sun. It gives us, and also it directs our creative power towards the spiritual dimensions of our being. So yes, the spirituality and believing system, this is the top question here now, as the same as morality. So I said that there is a challenge with this transit. So Jupiter in Sagittarius will make a square to Neptune in Pisces. And this square will be the strongest in January, June, and November 2019. This is what we call hard aspect in astrology. In this case, hard doesn't mean destructive. No, just opens questions. So Neptune itself is extremely strong in Pisces. And it appears here approximately every 165 years. Neptune is the archetype of a spiritual life. But not of the institutional religions. Jupiter in Sagittarius is institutional religion, while Neptune in Pisces is mysticism in his high interpretation. So Neptune is the archetype of mysticism, but also of trance, and it is some sort of a direct connection with the universe through one personality. It does not need anybody to mediate. This is the direct contact. That's why we say mysticism simply when we speak about Neptune in Pisces. So the question here is, who will be stronger in the year 2019? In ancient mythology, Jupiter was stronger than Neptune, and he could control the second one. In Slavic religion and mythology, Jupiter is partly equivalent to the god Perun, and God was the son of the creator named Svarog. As a son of Svarog, Perun was very strong and stronger than any other god. According to some other interpretation, in Slavic religion and mythology, Jupiter is partly equivalent to the god Ilya, who existed among Slavs more than 2000 years before Christianity, as it is proven now. And most of those deities were very, very powerful. Nobody speaks about any archetype similar to Neptune that can be very powerful. But the problem is that Neptune and Jupiter have even similar effect on people, just they work on a different level of consciousness. Neptune can be possibly stronger only for those who are on a very high level of consciousness. And we can't discuss those differences now. I just wanted to mention this. To learn more about Neptune transit, have a look at my video, Neptune in Pisces, 2011 until 2026. I have spoken in that video that Neptune in Pisces symbolizes the human desire to escape the reality It represents the need for the redemption, and it opens the gate to the transcendent. If well integrated, Neptune gives the opportunity for spiritual growth. If not integrated, then it brings addiction to chemical medicines, antidepressives, alcohol, etc. This will all come into focus while Jupiter will stay in Sagittarius and will make a square to Neptune. So to say simply, the scenario can be everything looks fine, you have the desire to expand, Jupiter comes and brings you a feeling that you can do whatever you want. You believe in your visions, and then suddenly it appears to be that all was wrong. You will ask yourself, can I believe in my intuition or not? The trouble can be that with this constellation, we forget about important details and we ignore the reality. The square will also increase our sensitivity, our compassion, and sense of idealism. So we will try not to save only ourselves, but to save others, of course, with our version of the truth. So I have another set of questions for you that are here made for you in the context of the square that Jupiter will make to Neptune. So when the problem appears, please think of this. Do you have false hopes and beliefs? And if so, in which area of life and why there? Are you adopting believing system that you haven't had a chance to test in your reality? Some foreign, for example, believing system. Do you feel unable to solve certain problems and because of that you decided to believe in destiny? And to those three questions, I would like to add a commentary. Pay attention where and why you overestimate your abilities. Nevertheless, Saturn will sextile Neptune at the same time when Jupiter will make a square to Neptune. Saturn rules in Capricorn. He sits in Capricorn now and he's very powerful. This is the planet of reality and of physical manifestation. His sextile to Neptune will appear in January, June, and November 2019, again the same time. This means for us that on a personal level, we find a way to work for our dreams and we can fulfill our visions and make dreams a reality, but only if we are realistic enough and we at the same time follow our believing system. So our wishes have to be adapted to a concrete situation. With this aspect, new order will be established in our lives. The struggle between the reality and the dreams and between false and truthful beliefs will end from the August and September on in the year 2019. By that time, it will be clear for us what is really possible, of course, for everybody in a different way. And we are on a way to create completely new life, actually, because later, until the year 2020, the situation in the world and in our personal lives will change drastically. On a collective level, those aspects that I was commenting now in the year 2019 can also bring big changes of a government. Many governments will maybe be overthrown and even in an easy way. So Jupiter will bring the biggest benefits from the August 2019 until the end of that year. And that's all for now. Stay with me and follow my YouTube channel and my posts on Facebook. If you like the video, please do not forget to like it, to share and comment. Thanks in advance for that. Of course, you can order personal consultations with me on different topics or audio recordings. You can also order Thetahealing and Feng Shui analysis. Looking forward to see you soon with my other video about Jupiter in Sagittarius for all zodiac signs. Good luck!